Hi everybody. So in the last video we outlined our hippopotamus. So whatever you have that you're making, you're going to outline the body, the neck, and the head. So now we're going to start to make this. And I want to talk about proportion for a minute. So when we're looking at a proportion is a relationship between two things. So for instance, how many of these heads of this hippopotamus can fit into the rest of the hippopotamus's body? So I could use my fingers to measure this. I could use my Sharpie here. I could use a ruler, whatever I want. But I'm just going to put this here and I'm going to measure from here to here with my marker. Okay, so right there. And then I'm going to see how many times this length fits into the rest of the body. I'm comparing this. A proportion is a ratio. Okay, so let's see. We've got 1, 2 and a half, about 2.5, maybe 2.5 to 2.25 to 2.5. Okay, so I know that when I make this head, that it's going to have to fit 1, 2.5 times into the body. All right, but I'm going to start with the body first. And the reason that I'm doing that, the body or the torso, you could call it, is that if I start with the head and then I make the body, a lot of times my project gets really, really big. So I'm going to start with the largest part first so I can control this a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this shape first, which kind of looks like an ellipsoid with a cylinder on the top. Okay, so it's kind of a hybrid between two shapes. I'm also going to look at this picture of my hippopotamus from the front so I can see how big it is around this way. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So I've got my clay, and now I'm just going to start to mush it into that shape. All right. So I'm going to look at this first. Got its bottom here. Okay, comes up and then it goes down on the back. So I'm going to smush this. Now, I'm going to make this shape and from the side, and then I'm going to look at it from the front. Okay, so from the side first, and then from the front. So I can mush this a little bit. If I need to add clay here, I can. I got some fluff or something in there. Get that out of there. Okay. All right, and I'm going to smooth this out. I'm pinching this. You guys learned how to pinch on the last project with your pinch pots, so you can use your fingers to pinch. And this is really what modeling is just kind of working this clay into a shape, okay? All right, so let's see. Looks pretty good. I need to do a little work here. Okay, now I'm going to look at it from the front. Okay, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of adjusting. So when I'm sculpting something, I always want to look at it from all the angles. And that's why I asked you to have different perspectives on your photographs. So you had one that was from the side, one that was from the front. We also had a close-up, okay, of the face so we can see that part. It's really helpful because then we're able to see the depth. We're not making something that's two-dimensional. We are making something that's three-dimensional. So it has length, width, and depth. So we need to be able to see that depth, okay? All right, once I'm happy with that, now I'm going to make the part of the neck, okay? So I'm going to get a piece of clay and I'm going to make a sphere, and that kind of attaches there, kind of comes up on this part. So I'm just going to do a dry fit on there. I'm going to score and slip this in just a minute. All right, and now I'm going to look at the head and I'm going to try to make the head. Now remember, I have to fit the head 2.5 times into the body. So as I make this piece, I'm going to measure. Okay. I can add little bits of clay to this till I get what I need. 2 pounds of clay is gonna be about the most that you're gonna need to make these. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this on. Okay, and just kind of look at it at first. Now, what I can do is I can measure this. I'm not being real technical with a ruler or anything. I'm just gonna measure by laying it on here. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and a half, okay? So that's about the right size of head that I want on my hippo. So once I'm here, okay, and I'm gonna look at it from the side too. Look at it from the side, there we go. Okay, now that I'm here, I can score and slip these together. Okay, so on the next video, I'm gonna show you how to score and slip everything together. Thanks.